Hey, first and foremost, I want to welcome you guys to the webinar. Thank you guys for joining in. Obviously, I've been getting a lot of people interested in this opportunity. So I wanted to make sure we got a couple of steps in there. That way we can weave out whoever's serious about it and who's not serious about it. So thank you guys for taking the first step with actually joining me in this opportunity, and looking forward to what we can do together. And hopefully this opportunity meets you at the right time and a place in which you wanted to do it. So before we get started, I want to introduce myself. My name is Jordan Aubrey. Some of you guys know me, obviously, from Facebook. Some of you guys know me from past life of football. I doubt if there's anybody on here that know me from real estate. But ever since I left football, stopped playing, I've been in sales. Basically, I got started selling cars years ago, back in 2013. I thought I was going to do my dream job and actually get invited to coach at high school level. Didn't make enough money, picked up another sales job and started selling roofs. And then in that time period, I ended up buying my first house. So I would say real estate kind of fell in my lap. That's kind of how I got started. That first investment, we bought it. We lost a ton of money on it. So it seemed cool to be buying houses, but we lost about $15,000, $20,000 on it. And I say we because it was majority of my brother's money. I didn't have any money to buy a house. But I was his partner. A lot of you guys already know him, Josh Aubrey. But anyways, we lost money on that deal. We got connected with some high-level individuals. And in that process, we figured out about real estate. We figured out about the ins and outs, the do's, the don'ts. How do you make money in it? I know a lot of us have seen the HGTV shows about real estate and how you can fix and flip a house and make a lot of money, and everybody know the Chip and Joanna and what is that? Chip and Joanna Gaines and the Property Brothers, and everybody just flipping property. So everybody know about it, but nobody's actually invited you into the business and actually showed you exactly what happens. So with that being said, that's kind of my story, how I got started in real estate, and it was really a great opportunity for us because when we first got started, I would say we got serious about the business. We lost money back in 2016. We got serious about the business in March of 2017 after we got some specialized knowledge, after we sold our house, and we had actually flipped the house in January of that same year, and we made like 16 grand from it. Not a lot of money, but we made some money from it. And we decided that with that 16 grand, we was going to get our business up off the ground. Because in business, it's a startup fee. You got to come up with the money somewhere, whether you get it from credit cards and business lines of credit, or you have the money in the shoebox, whatever the case may be. It takes money to make money, in my experience, as far as real estate investing. So with that being said, we got started in March. We really hit it hard. Me and my brother made a decision that we was going to do everything we could to get this business off the ground. And before you know it, we had locked up our first property, a true fix and flip with a big margin on it. That first property, we profited like $35,000 on that particular property. It was out in Tyler, Texas. Seemed like a decent property, but we kept going. We kept doing some marketing because that deal took 9 months to come about, right? It took 9 months to get paid on that particular deal. So that's not necessarily what we're going to be doing with you guys, but in that process, we kept marketing. And then we ended up buying a second house. But that second house set up for probably a month, and we didn't touch the house. So we had a problem on our hands. And it was like, man, I talked to my mentor. He was like, how you guys been doing? I haven't heard from you lately. It's like, hey, man, we're doing pretty darn good. We got multiple properties under our belt, but we're just sitting on this one. And he asked me the question. He said, Jordan, did you get it at a good price? I said, yeah, we got it at a great price. We actually bought the property, didn't have to come to the table with a down payment. We actually got cut a check to buy that particular property because we got it so cheap. So with that being said, he was like, if it's that good of a deal, just go ahead and wholesale it. And I was like, wholesale it? Okay, I'll wholesale it. Well, technically it wasn't a wholesale because we had already bought it, but essentially what he was trying to tell us to do is just put the thing on the market and sell it as is. Don't touch it. If it didn't need a lot of work, just sell it as is. So we reached out to a lot of investors, got some buzz generated around the property, and we ended up selling that property for $105,000. Well, we had bought the property for, I want to say right at 80,000. We was all in at $80,000. So literally in a span of 2 or 3 weeks, we had, I would say 2 or 3 weeks. In a span of 2 or 3 weeks after talking to my mentor, we had closed on the property for 25 grand. And literally all we did was purchase it, get a check to buy the property, and then ultimately sell it a couple of weeks later. Right. So we didn't touch anything. We didn't paint it. And then I realized, man, here I am wanting to be Chip, enjoying the gains and fix and flip a property and knock down a wall. And here was an opportunity sitting right in front of me where I could wholesale a property and still make great profits. Like I said, we got our first fix and flip. We profited $35,000 on it, but we didn't get paid until after 9 months. So we had the renovation process, and then we had to go through everything it just took to sell a property, put it on the market, listing with your agent, getting it all cleaned up, making sure you fix everything on inspection. Oh, it falls out of contract with one investor, one end buyer. Now we got to sell it to put it back on the market and sell it to another end buyer. So that was kind of the problem we had with the rehab. So we profited 25 grand. Let me get back to wholesaling. We profited 25 grand in literally 3 weeks after listing it back for sale. And then we kept doing it. We got another property under contract in May. We got 2 properties under contract, one in April, one in May. And then, so here we are 3 months into the business. We got 4 deals on the contract. 3 of them are wholesales. One of them we make 2 grand on. The other one we make 10 grand on. And then obviously the first one I was talking about is $25,000. So here we are, first 3 months. We got 1 fix and flip that we haven't made any money on. We're still fixing it. And then we got 2, 10, and 25, which is a grand total of $37,000. So we generated $37,000 in real estate from just wholesales without even swinging a hammer. Literally all we had to do is market, which you guys are going to come in on that. But all we had to do is market to a motivated seller, talk to a ton of people. Obviously, it's not going to be fitting for everybody what we do, but for the 1 or 2 people that's out there that's looking to sell their house cash, and ultimately it's a lot more than that. But for those people that's looking to sell their house for cash as is, not looking to put any money into the property, we was able to take care of those people. So here we are, generated $37,000 literally in a couple of months, which in that time span, I decided to move to Dallas because everybody that was doing that at a high level was in Dallas, Texas. Nobody was back home in East Texas, and I really thought that would be beneficial for my growth. It's to move, pack up my bags, get away from home, and go to Dallas where the real hitters are. So my mentor was actually moving out to Florida at the time to get started teaching and coaching real estate. And I was like, what better time than for me to replace him and do exactly what he do in the business. And now I moved to Dallas and essentially take his spot in the market. Well, it didn't quite go like that. But when we got down here, we still end up hitting it very, very hard. Got a deal out in Rowlett, Texas that paid $72,000. Yes, literally $72,000. Same concept, wholesaling. We got it under contract at $108,000. And the next day we had assigned the property, which is how you get paid from wholesaling. You don't get paid because you bought the property. You know, in wholesaling, you technically don't even buy properties. You just assign a contract, which essentially means I'll give my rights to buy this particular property at a discount for a fee. And then your fee is what you get paid. That's your wholesale assignment fee. And I got a YouTube video if you want to jump on the YouTube and actually listen and see furthermore, learn a little bit more about real estate. But essentially we got paid $72,000 on that deal out in Rowlett. Here I am, still got a fix and flip, and it's generated over 6 figures, $100,000 in real estate, wholesaling assignment fees. So ever since then, we've been very, very big in wholesales because they pay extremely fast. And this is the way I want to teach you guys. And I'm looking to bring 5 people on my team. 5 people on my team that's actually interested in making checks like that. Now, the way you get guys get paid, I'll break that down in a moment. But what I want to break down right now, I want to tell you my story. But essentially, this is who I am, right? I'm kind of a motivational guy. I got videos on Facebook, big family guy. Got my 2 boys, got my son signing his contract, my son fishing, both with my brothers. Rarely do I miss family time. We just got an Airbnb out in Dallas not too long ago, and I had all my family go over there. And the best part about it, for you guys, for that same Airbnb, it'll cost you $500. But since I'm plugged in into the real estate field, all it cost me was a cleaning fee because I knew the owner. They had the pool, the grill, everything it took to just go out and have fun. I'll be honest with you, I haven't traveled a lot just because I got 2 kids. Both of them are one of them, my youngest, is about to turn 2. So me and the wife are just now looking at everything as far as now we can go out and travel and actually have somebody watch the kids for us, as opposed to putting these newborns with the grandparents and leaving everybody stressed out. Now we finally got time to actually go out and do some things, but now Corona's hit. So we're still under the 8 ball with that one, but real estate has definitely changed my life for the better. And I realized, why not help other people do it, and in the same time help we help each other. I teach you exactly everything I know that, and give you a vehicle that could actually change your life. Not anything that's going to pay you $17, $20, $25 an hour, but actually an opportunity that you could actually get in here and make multiple thousands of dollars and be grateful that you did it while working from home. You don't need office space. Literally, I had 2 choices here. I could hire somebody to work in their home in the United States, or I can go to the Philippines, which my assistant Grace, which you guys, if you guys on this call, you know Grace. Grace don't actually live here. She live in the Philippines. I talk to her every day, but she's not here. But she's one of my first cold callers. She's probably the best VA I've ever had, and the VA is virtual assistants. But she's probably the best one I've ever had. But essentially, I was forced with a dilemma. Do I hire another VA and teach that VA, or do I help somebody here in the States that actually would love the opportunity to make more money and help me on this side? So essentially, that's what I wanted to do, help more people and grow my team on this side, because I think that's more important than hiring somebody over in the Philippines that can just come in and dial for me. So there's definitely a life-changing opportunity out of $100,000 in those deals. I'll be honest with you, we'll be paying out 25% commission. So if we was to do that same perfect storm and generate 100 grand within a month, within 2 months, within 3 months, $25,000 will be paid out in commissions to whoever brought it in, right? So this is going to be a commission-based job. This is not a salary. I want somebody that's willing to bet on their self and say, look, I can get it done no matter what. I can train, I can work on my craft, I can perfect it. No, I'm not there yet, but I'm willing to work on it. I'm willing to change. I'm willing to get better over the phone. I'm willing to get uncomfortable and actually grow my business to the next level. So that's kind of what we got here. I wanted to show you my Instagram just so you can see exactly what I got going on. I believe this is the next tab. Here is my company, Lone Star House Solutions. Obviously say sell your house fast in Dallas, Texas. This will be the company you'll actually be working under. So when we're talking about what do our company look like, what's our business name, this is it. This is our website. You can check it out if you want to see our company. That's going to break down who we are from. As you can see, that's my twin brother. But you'll be able to see everything about our company, whatever you want to know. Just, hey, we're open book. We're not trying to hide anything from you. Like I said, we're trying to share this opportunity with 5 people that's interested in changing their life forever and getting to a vehicle that actually pay well, not a vehicle that'll pay decent, or not a vehicle that'll give them 2 weeks off, but actually give you a vehicle that you'll be able to take 2 weeks off with no worries, no concerns, right? Put you in a vehicle that where you 6 figures is not a hard thing to do, right? And in this business, I honestly believe 6 figures is not a hard thing to do. If we're paying 25% commissions to make 6 figures, ultimately all you got to do is do $400,000 in wholesale fees. But if you're calling every day full-time, treating it like a full-time job and actually getting great at what you're doing, actually perfecting your game, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to actually do 100, 150, 200,000 if you're really dedicated to learning objections and overcoming them, and getting better over the phones, and really honing in on your craft. For anybody that's ever been good at anything, I know it's a lot of small things done well. That's ultimately what it is. So he just got to break it down and make it easy and simple for you to understand it, and then start working on those things every day and relentlessly. So literally the rest of 2020, I know it's been crazy up until this point, but literally this can be a life-changing opportunity that allows you to push forward and make a lot of money while doing so. So I wanted to talk to you about that. So literally I wanted to answer a couple of questions with you guys on this call. I want to just talk about what you guys may be interested in. Obviously, this is a recording, so I won't be able to answer these questions live, but these are some of the questions that I figured you may have on the call while watching. So who are you? And I just answered that, who I am. What do you need from me? Essentially what I need, I'm hiring 5 people to come in on my dime. I'm going to be paying for everything you need up front, outside of home, internet, and headset, and a computer, right? So those are the things that you need to be successful. But what I need from you is your time. That's what I need for you. I need your time. Right now, I'll be honest with you. If I hire 5 people and all 5 of you guys go in there and work full time, that's 40 hours. That's 40 hours in a day. If I work 8 hours if I work 24 hours in a day, right, you still have me by 16 hours. Man, that's me not getting any sleep. No, not me not eating any food, right? But if you come in and you work 8 hours in a day, and then multiply that by 5 people, now our business, Lone Star House Solutions, is getting 40 hours a day of somebody working, which is something that can't be duplicated. So we need teamwork. Together, I always say, when you're by yourself, you can go fast, but when you're with a team, you can go far. So what I'm ultimately looking to do is go far with a group of individuals that want more for themselves and in their lifestyle. So I need your time. In essence, what you're going to be doing is jumping on the phone. I have the dialer already, which is basically a system that just call on the internet. They'll use the numbers and they'll just make those phone calls for you. So all you got to do is sit at your computer with your headset on. Maybe you can have some slow music in the background just to keep you up, just to make sure you're vibing the right ways, and maybe reading your script as we go along. But essentially, I have everything for you to be successful. All I need is your willingness to actually do the work. So I need somebody that's willing to cold call. And essentially what cold calling is you calling multiple people out of the blue, seeing if they're interested in selling their home. Right. That's a process. But that's all we're doing. So I literally have a list of about 50,000 people ready for you guys to give them a call to see where they are in this process, to see if they're interested in selling a house. Right. So that's literally what we're trying to do. And on my end, what you're going to get from me is I'm going to be training you every day. We're going to be expected to show up every day and have a group meeting. Regardless on what time you start, we're going to be expected to have a group meeting and get started. We're going to do some role playing in front of each other. That way you can get uncomfortable in front of everybody else. You can kind of mess up in front of everybody else. It don't cost a dime to mess up in front of me. It don't even cost you your job to mess up in front of me. That's a part of it. I want you to mess up in front of me. Me being a vet, I know there's always going to be times where you mess up. Ask J.R. Smith, right? If anybody know what I'm talking about, J.R. Smith messed up in the finals, NBA finals, with the game 1 on the line, right? Professional athlete. Hey, we all mess up, and it's just a part of it. But I'd rather you mess up in front of me than with a client 100% of the time. So be willing to do so. What is wholesaling real estate? Essentially, I kind of spoke about it briefly. Essentially, wholesaling real estate is an acquisition strategy that you can use that actually don't require any money or require you to actually purchase a property. So you don't need good credit. You don't need a down payment. You don't need any of that good stuff to wholesale real estate. What you need is marketing money, because you got to get in front of the sellers, right? But you don't need any money from a standpoint of actually purchasing a house, down payment, any of that good stuff. So basically, wholesaling real estate is essentially just talking to a seller, getting the house under contract to buy it. And then once you get a house under contract, we reach out to our sellers, our buyers list, and then we have a group of investors that go take a look at the property. And then once they take a look at the property, they'll offer us what they want to pay over our asking price. So if we get the property for under contract for $50,000, we'll essentially sell that contract for $60,000. The end buyer will buy it at 60. We'll buy it from the seller at 50. So that's a $10,000 spread between the two numbers. So essentially, we make the profit. From that particular assignment. So our assignment fee will be 10 grand. On that assignment fee, you'll get paid 25% of it. So you'll make 2,500 on that one deal, right? In DFW, the average assignment fee is closer to 17,000 in my experience. Those are all my deals. Now, I did have a span last year where I ripped off. I think I had a month where we was averaging around 25, 26, 27,000 a pop. But just on average, let's just say on average, just 17 grand. I think I did 3 in a row, one for 50, one for 30, and then one for 20. So out of 3 deals, we generated 100. Actually, those deals was 33,000 a pop. So it's possible. It's possible to land a lot of big ones. Like I said, 50 is a good one, 30, 20 is a good. All those are great numbers. Those are all above the averages. So it's pretty easy to get bigger numbers, but obviously you got to buy at a cheaper discount, but it's still possible for the opportunity for you to go out and make money. So that's what wholesaling is. Like I said, your commission is going to always be 25%. Actually, with this job, I'm actually looking for anybody to be able to expand with me as well. So grow your role outside of just a cold caller. So you shouldn't be cold calling for no longer than 2-3 months max. And the reason why I say that is it's going to all depend on you. If you're willing to put in the work and be successful, you're going to be able to make a lot more money faster. And then essentially, if you're making money faster, I will be looking to upgrade you into a acquisition role. So at that point, I'll replace you with somebody else. I'll bring somebody else in to take your spot as cold call. I'll teach them how to cold call. And what I'll do is I'll have you talking to strictly people that wants offers on their property, strictly people that wants old leads. Essentially, that's what they are. They're leads. They're not necessarily you generating a cold, somebody from not interested in selling a house to somebody that is interested. You're strictly talking to the people that's interested in selling their house at a discount. And we've already filtered from the cold callers. So as fast as you can come up and be better, right? That's how fast I'm looking to move you up in the food chain, right? I'm looking to put somebody on some old leads that we're generating now, and some leads that you're going to be generating yourself. But ultimately, I'll replace you with somebody else, and somebody will start cold calling, and then ultimately you will come up into a next funnel position where you can actually improve and actually start going to appointments, start talking to sellers face to face if you have to. Ultimately, we're going to try to do everything over the phone because we are going to be marketing out in Dallas, Houston, Tyler, San Antonio. That's where I got leads from all over the place. So we're going to be marketing a lot of those places, but essentially we want to make sure that you're moving right along. So that's what wholesaling real estate is, and that's the opportunity. What's in it for you? I talked about this briefly again. Hey, what's in it for you is you're going to make a lot of money. That's the goal. If right now you're sitting at home, if you lost your job due to COVID-19 and you're collecting a check from unemployment, I would say right now is the best time ever for you to go out there and bet on yourself, because essentially what you're doing is you're betting on yourself on somebody else's dime. You're not sacrificing the family. If you're collecting a check every week and you're not working, I would say right now is the perfect time for you to actually get in here and put 40, 55 hours in. That way you can kind of see either or am I good at this? Can I do this? Is this possible for me? Can I make money at doing this? I believe anybody can make money at it, but I believe that the only people that will are the people that's willing to put in the work, right? That's what I honestly believe. I believe the people that's not willing to put in the work, you won't be successful at it. You probably be better just going and working for your see if you can get a job for $17, $18, $19 an hour and just making you 40 grand a year. Right. I think that might be the best thing for you. It won't allow you the lifestyle that I think ultimately you want, but it's probably safer for you. It's probably a better opportunity for you. But for the people that want more, people that don't have much going on, the people that's willing to change everything about them right now, the people that's willing to put in the effort, the people that's willing to grow through the process, willing to take the pain, the 8-hour days on the phone, or 10 hours, 12 hours, depending on how bad do you want it, right? the people that's willing to do that, I think your life will forever be changed. I think this would be an avenue for you. I think you'll end up just like me. Essentially, at some point in time, you'll probably be opening up shop doing your own thing, or you'll just be working that hard and making $250,000 doing it, and don't care about what anything else. You're just worried about your $250,000. You got your new house. You can go move, and essentially all you got to do is work forever from a laptop, computer, and a headset. Right? That's all you ever need. So on my side of it, that's basically the pitch. That's basically what we got. That's what we got running here at Lone Star House Solutions. This is an opportunity for you. So if you can let me know if this sounds like something you may be interested in. Hopefully it is. It's not for everybody. This isn't the last process. But if you feel like this may be something you want to give a shot, or if you maybe have some questions that I didn't go over that you want answered, what I want you to do is I want you to text me. I want you to text me at this number right here, 469-397-0186. I want you to text that number and say info. Text that number and say info. And what'll happen is I'll have Grace, my assistant. She'll be reaching back out with you, and we'll set up a one-on-one to talk. And it'll be a 15, 20-minute one-on-one. And for if you know this is for you, if you don't have any questions, text the same number and say interested. How do I get started? So if you got a question, for all questions, text info. And if this is for you, text, how do I get started? That's all. That's as simple as it should be. That's simple. We'll know exactly what to do. Obviously, the people that say, how do I get started, we'll probably get back to you first. But there is going to be another screening after that. But ultimately, we're going to interview you, sit down and see if this is a great fit for you, see if you'd be willing to do everything you need to do, and kind of get started from there. So I'm looking for 5 people. This is not an opportunity for everybody. I wish it was, but it's just a numbers game. Typically, people want to hold on to what they got and hold on what's for sure and hold on what's secure, as opposed to letting go of everything and actually getting the life that they want to live and actually having a change of mindset, a change of heart, a change of address, right? A change of restaurants, whatever you want to call it. But this is an opportunity for you, somebody else, but whoever's willing to bet on themselves, whoever's willing to let go of what people think of them, whoever's willing to go after the life that they truly want. I think this is an opportunity for you. So with that being said, definitely text any questions. If you got any questions, text that number 469-397-0186. Text that number info if you got any questions. And if you don't have any questions, but you know this is an opportunity for you, I want you to go ahead and text, how do I get started, to 469-397-0186. Let's change our life. Let's do it together. Let's do it together. Let's grow something big. And I want you to be a part of it. Let's do it. Thank you guys. You have a great day.